Infrastructure serves as a catalyst for any economy, and the absence of infrastructure cripples an economy, especially in this modern age. The Ministry of Power, Works and Housing has faced this challenge headlong with a view to building a national infrastructure capacity to stimulate economic development and growth at a sustainable pace. Our Citus Deborah takes a look at some of the highlights of the ministry in the last 12 months.
Given the vast landmass stretching over several thousand square kilometers, gradual infrastructure deployment as it is being executed by this administration cannot be easily felt by all, especially as the demand for electricity power by the population is huge and the increased number of travelers on the roads are also very high to notice the different road deployment across the country. However, the empirical evidence abound in the scattered locations of impact of the road development across the Nigerian state. Tales of power insufficiency has been acknowledged, a situation that has gradually developed over the years, and the power infrastructure were not developed to meet the rising population and power demand. However, there are those who have witnessed an increase in power supply to their areas. Same with areas where road infrastructure has been fixed. It is a slow and steady thing, as the capital demand for road and power infrastructure are indeed intensive, and besides, these constructions are time-consuming. Electricity power and road infrastructure are the major focus for delivery to the Nigerian masses to boost the economy and enhance the nation's social security. For the Minister of Power, Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, real change is taking place in the subsectors of road and electricity. Though slowly, it is steady, the culmination of which will be total delivery in the long run.
The project is finished. The power will be evacuated from the transmission lines, high voltage transmission lines, to the national grid managed by TCN. So one line is 320 kV transmission line, another line is 132 kV transmission lines. So actually, the power generated from this project will be benefiting the entire nation.
It is in these directions that the ministry has signed multi-billion-dollar projects in the sector, even as it pushes for the 10,000 megawatt on-grid target of generation and distribution of electricity power to the consumers across Nigeria. A major success story is the Mambila Plateau project signing of its MOU. After about 40 years of the Mambila hydroelectricity project being in the pipeline, the minister believes that this signing ceremony for the 3,050 megawatts of power is a day that the promise keeper, President Muhammadu Buhari, is energizing a process that has defied many attempts in the past at developing the single largest hydropower station on the continent of Africa.
This project is the financing. Your government, Nigeria government, proposed 85% from financing from China, 15% is a counterpart from local, the Nigeria government.
The scope of work on the project includes, but not limited to, 4 large dams, 2 underground powerhouses of 12 units of 250 megawatts each, 2 other 330 kV of 700 transmission lines to Makurdi and Jalingo, and another 120 kilometers of access roads to the project. On the duration of the project, the minister says,
but it's a 5.5, 6 year program. But when construction starts, you will see more clearer timetables of construction.
Besides the Mambila project, the administration also signed a 550 megawatt electricity plant to be constructed in Ondo State. The Akwa Ibom Power Project, expected to deliver another reviewed 540 on-grid power, was initialized by the Ministry of Power, Works and Housing in 2017. Thinking outside the box, the administration raised over 100 billion naira Sukuk funds outside the budgetary allocation to build some 25 major roads across the country in the 6 geopolitical zones.
See, the contractors are now smiling.
The presentation is the culmination of an oversubscribed process, providing the federal government the needed funds to execute major road projects and bridges across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country.
What has been selected are the key economic roads in each of the geopolitical zones. For the North Central, there are 5 projects. Like I said,
Signatures there sealing the deal that will mobilize about $1.2 billion into the Nigerian economy for construction of the Kwa Ibo power plant that is expected to contribute national electricity generation capacity to the tune of 540 megawatts.
The Sukuk bond is a feat described as confidence in the Nigerian economy by the investors in the bond as it surpassed the 100 billion naira target by the federal government. Osaitin Osadibame, Core TV News, Abuja.